The recent Arab League Summit and the Extraordinary Summit of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation were held. The meetings, which took place at 11:41 a.m. on November 1, 2023 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, resulted in several decisions, one of which included a condemnation of Israel's aggression in the Gaza Strip and their inhumane war crimes. However, some countries, despite condemning Israel, have refrained from severing diplomatic ties. Regarding Bahrain's position, Bahrain is an island nation located in the Persian Gulf or Qatar Peninsula in Western Asia, with its capital in Manama. This country consists of 33 islands, although only a few are inhabited and is divided into 5 governorates. It is located about 14.3 miles east of Saudi Arabia, connected by the King Fahd Causeway. Bahrain is also close to Iraq in the north and Iran across the Persian Gulf in the north. The country's area is only about 301 square miles, making it the 3rd smallest country in the world, after the Maldives and Singapore. Despite its small size, the country has a high population density. Its population of 1,879,106 people is mostly native, but there are also those of Palestinian, Omani, or Saudi descent. The rest are immigrants from Iran, India, Pakistan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. They officially use Arabic for daily communication, but English is also commonly used, especially in business and government matters. The dominant religion is Islam, with a majority of Shia followers and a small Sunni minority. This has often involved Bahrain in regional conflicts between Iran and Saudi Arabia. The country adopts a constitutional monarchy, headed by King Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, and the current head of government is Prime Minister Salman bin Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who leads a cabinet of 15 members. Despite its small size, Bahrain is well known as a financial hub in the Persian Gulf region. Its islands have long been famous for their lush date palm gardens. Bahrain is also recognized as a major global oil producer, mainly processing crude oil transported through underwater pipelines from Saudi Arabia and other neighboring countries. This is facilitated by Bahrain's strategic location at the entrance to the Persian Gulf, a crucial area for the global economy due to its role in the shipment of crude oil. Additionally, Bahrain is renowned for producing some of the world's finest sea pearls, cultivated traditionally, earning it a place on the UNESCO World Heritage List since 2012. However, fewer Bahraini citizens maintain the tradition of pearl cultivation today. Bahrain has a rich and extensive history, including being an ancient trade center in the Persian Gulf region. It is believed to be the site of the ancient Dilmun Kingdom, which traded with the ancient Sumerians. Since the 18th century, Bahrain has experienced influences from regional powers such as Persia and Oman, as well as colonization by Portugal and Britain. The country features historical sites like the Qalat al-Bahrain, an ancient fort that is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Furthermore, Bahrain annually attracts tourists as it hosts the Formula One Grand Prix at the Bahrain International Circuit. This race is one of the country's most famous sporting events. Bahrain also hosts a United States military base, strengthening security ties between the two countries and playing a significant role in maintaining regional stability and security in the Persian Gulf. The Naval Support Activity Bahrain, or NSA Bahrain, supports naval and deep-sea activities for the U.S. military in Iraq and Afghanistan. Additionally, there is the NRCCC Bahrain, a military facility supporting military operations and logistics. Discussing military aspects according to Global Firepower, Bahrain ranks 79th out of 145 countries, despite having only a total of 13,000 military personnel. Due to this small number, in 2011, they had to request assistance from the Gulf Cooperation Council countries such as Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates to secure demonstrators who emerged from the Shia Islamic group demanding equal rights and the fall of the ruling government. The demonstrations, occurring from March 14th to July 4th, 2011, only subsided with the arrival of assistance from these 3 countries. Bahrain's military budget is relatively modest at $1.5 billion. However, Bahrain has been one of the United States' most supported countries in the Middle East, receiving hundreds of millions of dollars in total aid since 2003. The Bahraini army has 180 tanks, 2,598 armored vehicles, 38 artillery launchers, 32 towed artillery pieces, and 20 rocket launchers. Their navy comprises 1 frigate, 2 corvettes, and 44 patrol boats. The Air Force is equipped with 17 fighter jets, 40 special mission aircraft, and 87 helicopters. One of their most relied-upon aircraft is the American F-16 fighter jet, a powerful 4th-generation combat aircraft. As a relatively advanced Islamic nation, Bahrain also has its darker aspects. One of these is its nickname as the Las Vegas of the Arab world. Indeed, Bahrain's capital has long been an entertainment hub, with many bars, nightclubs, and legal alcohol. The country has also drawn international attention regarding human rights issues, particularly the government's actions against protesters and restrictions on civil liberties. Some migrant workers in Bahrain face labor rights issues, including poor working conditions and exploitation. And though famous for its beautiful island beaches, they have been privatized, accessible only to the wealthy. After gaining independence from British rule in 1971, Bahrain initially joined the Arab League's boycott of Israel. However, they lifted this decision in 2005 in exchange for a free trade agreement with the United States. In a notable turn of events, in 2017, the King of Bahrain criticized the Arab League's boycott against Israel, stating that the kingdom's citizens had the right to visit Israel, despite the lack of diplomatic relations between the two countries. Then, on September 15, 2020, Bahrain officially announced the normalization of relations with Israel, following a similar agreement between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. This normalization is part of the Abraham Accords, which declare peaceful relations and cooperation between several Arab countries and Israel. The agreement opened the door for economic cooperation between Bahrain and Israel, with hopes that investments, trade, and collaboration in various sectors would flourish as a result of this normalization. This decision elicited mixed reactions among Palestinians. Some viewed it as a significant blow to the Palestinian cause, while others believed that normalization could pave the way for more constructive dialogue. The agreement resulted in Israel and Bahrain agreeing to open embassies in each other's capitals, a crucial step in strengthening formal diplomatic relations between the two nations. Thus, at the Arab League Summit and the Extraordinary Summit of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation held on November 11, 2023, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain chose not to sever ties with Israel, rejecting Iran's call for harsh actions against Israel, including arming Palestine and ending Arab-Israeli diplomatic and economic relations. However, Bahrain maintained its traditional foreign policy stance, supporting the establishment of an independent Palestinian state since 1948. Ironically, Bahrain arrested demonstrators who initially staged peaceful protests in support of Palestine. Before the summit, Bahrain even temporarily withdrew its ambassador from Israel, indicating a suspension of economic cooperation with Israel. This fluctuating stance reflects the complexities of Bahrain's foreign policy and regional relations.